In this section, I'm going to show you how to place an order for both long and short. At this point in the course, you should already know what both means. Just to recap, long is if we think the price is going to go up. Short is if we think the price is going to go down. So if we think the price is going to go down, this green button here is called buy long. So we're buying it assuming it's going to go up. Now, this might trick you a little bit. It says sell short, but that doesn't mean you're selling. It's still technically a buy. We're just placing the bet that it's going to go down, which is a short. So both of these are buys. I don't want you to be confused. If the call calls for a long, you're going to click the green after you input all your data. If the call calls for a short, you're going to click the red for short. Do not let the sell confuse you. You are still purchasing. It's just as the numbers go down on a short, you will make profit. Do not confuse these two. If you can't understand that, you can't trade futures. So to start, you have a limit section highlighted first. All right, so for limit, price would be what you want to price it at, or what you want to pay for it. The current mark price is $2.26. Now, if you wanted to go last price, you just click last here, and it will generate the last price for you. Remember, this is moving really, really quick. So on last price, there could be a possibility under limit that it won't fill the order if it went up or down. The other thing too that's good is the signal calls all give you a particular entry point. So you can put that entry point in, and even if it's above the entry point, a limit order would fill it based on what you put in. So if you are strong in your number and you want to get in at that price, put your price in. So let's say if we wanted 225, it's currently 227 now. There could be a possibility it could retrace and go back down. If it does go back down, you would it would fill the order at that particular price for 225. So that means you would get it in at a good price. Now, right here, you have a thunderbolt. This is for market orders. Now, market basically means that it's going to give you the best current price of what it's trading for now. Now, you're probably going to get in at the highest price, but you'll get into the trade immediately. The difference between the limit, remember there's a section on fees that you can refer back to. There's two types of orders, a maker and a taker. A maker is someone who places a limit order and it gets filled. You would be paying a lower percentage on the actual trade. Remember, every 8 hours there's a funding settlement that happens. So every 8 hours you're charged either 0.08 on a taker, which is the highest, or 0.02 on a maker, which is the lowest fee, but that just means that you're pretty much setting up a limit order that wasn't filled immediately. So every 8 hours you're charged those two fee amounts based on your order size. So this matters a little bit. And there'll be a video on funding settlement. So under limit, you can press last price. You'll put in the amount that you want to buy, and then you'll set your leverage here. Remember, we talked about leverage in the prior section. I can go all the way up to 20x. So then it'll calculate you at 45.77. Notice that the cost is underneath the buy long. If this was a short, we would click short, sell, and then you would click short sell if you were going short. So if you're going long, you would click buy long, short, sell short. Here's your cost price. This is how much you're going to pay. I would instruct that you guys write this down before doing the trade, so that way you know what your entry cost is. It's really hard to calculate the entry cost once you get in. One of the downsides to KuCoin. Okay, so we have limit. Switch over to market. Market's going to make you a taker. You're going to pay a higher fee. Limit will make you a maker, where you'll pay a lower fee. What I like to do too is when you look at the order book, these are people selling and these are people buying. So you notice the sellers are always going to have higher numbers than the buyers, right? Because everyone wants a better price when they're buying and everyone wants a better price when they're selling. So what I tend to do is I usually come right around last price, or you could even get in and click in some of the current buyers and see if you fall within that price range to get the best possible entry price. Please be aware that I do give you current entry prices. It's not set in stone, but it's a good benchmark, to enter your trades. If it's past it and we already got into some targets and you got in too late, I'd advise that you just let that trade be. We give a lot of trades per month, so you don't need to catch every single one. There's another feature under leverage that you can do here. I also give you your stop loss. This is for a long, and this is a take profit stop loss for a short. So depending on which one you're doing, you can check these boxes off, and you could already have your take profit. Early on, I tell people set it to 25%. But at whatever point you want to take your profit, again, you can do all that in the calculations and figure out what works for you. Some of these trades go well beyond 100%. So again, in time, you'll understand how this stuff works. But the stop loss is something that you really want to set. Again, the liquidation price is going to be what the system gives you in KuCoin to protect itself. But the stop loss may be a little higher than liquidation price, so always go with the stop loss price. So let's say if the stop loss was 191, we'll put it in here. Well, again, and it will give you a message too. So the liquidation price is 208. So that means on this one, we can't set the stop loss. Has to be higher than the 208. So let's say if we want the stop loss to be 210, if that was the call, you'll be able to get that. So that way you can get out of the trade a little bit sooner, and not lose everything or a good amount. And then after you have everything in, double check your pricing, your leverage, and then you just click buy long if you were, if the call was for a long, and sell short if the call was a short. And then the order would then go into queue. And we'll have another tutorial on the queue, but that's how you pretty much place an order.